Hi, my name is Stef Xx and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today, I've been wanting to do a video for such a long time, but I've been busy with my wonderful clients that joined Dancing with Fire and just doing all sorts of other fun projects on the farm and just living life. But I'm back now, yay! And today, I think last week or the week before, I asked my Instagram community what you would like me to talk about, if there's a topic that you would like me to talk about. And there were a couple of women that I think are going through a divorce or breakups, and they wanted me to talk about getting through a divorce, which I have experience in. So it just feels alive for me to talk about that, and I just really wanted to contribute to this conversation because I feel like I have a different perspective now than what I did when I was going through the muck of it. And it was mucky and yicky and for a while. So that's what today's video is going to be about. And if you like my videos and want to see more, then please subscribe to my channel and leave a comment below after you watch this video and let me know what you thought about it all. And join me on Instagram as well at stefiswild, stef.is.wild. I would love to see you there, and also join my email database because I do send out emails on occasion, but I do send them out, and yeah, they can be quite juicy and delicious. Going through a divorce. If you're going through a divorce and you're in the thick of it, or going through a big breakup I should say, and you're in the thick of it, I guess the first thing is for me, I would say feel your emotions and embrace everything that you're feeling, because what you're feeling, a lot of the time it's grief over something that has ended, over something that, you know, especially if you got married, it was meant to be forever after and hasn't turned out that way. So allowing yourself to experience the grief that you need to experience, allowing that energy to come out of you. Don't hold it in, don't repress it. Cry when you need to cry. Punch a pillow when you need to punch a pillow. Scream into a pillow or underwater if you need to. Take time for yourself. Self-care is so important while you're going through this. So important. So practice self-care. Treat yourself gently. Treat yourself gently. Journal. Journaling really does help as well. And while you're going through all of this, I think it's also important to extract wisdom and lessons from the experience. Maybe initially you might not want to, but once you get through the super emotional part, where you just need to cry it out and cry and cry and cry, try to extract wisdom from the situation, because there's always wisdom there. Whether it's in regards to how you behaved in the relationship, your part in the relationship breakdown, or possibly not listening to your intuition and repressing your intuition around red flags or things just not feeling right. Sometimes we have this fantasy around marriage that it's, you know, once we're married, then we just stick it out. And that people need to put up with our behavior because we're married and they're just stuck with us for the rest of our lives. But that's not the case. Marriage is really just symbolic, and You just got to keep working on the relationship. So whether just taking responsibility for your part in the relationship and everything that happened is so important. What lessons you could extract for yourself. You know, did you... I'm really referring to my experience, by the way. I'm not saying that this is what you did, but, you know, did you sell yourself short in the relationship? Did you not be true to yourself in the relationship? Did you do more stuff for them than yourself? Did you try to... Were your insecurities running the show, and old beliefs and patterns that no longer serve you? Maybe projections from old traumas were running the show. What actually happened in this relationship breakdown? And understanding what's going on. I'd also study relationship attachments, the avoidant, anxious, needy, and I can't remember what they're actually called, but relationship attachments is really important, and what they mean, what attachment style you may have been. Maybe that contributed to the relationship breaking down. And sometimes a relationship also just comes to an end because that was the end of the path. You learned what you needed to learn from each other, and your soul journey together has ended. You fulfilled that relationship purpose, and it was in your life for a reason. And as hard as it is, maybe it's time for you to just go on your own life journey now and experience more of life, experience more of what sets your soul on fire and invigorates you and charges you up with energy, and live your truth. Maybe that truth has come to a completion now and a new truth is unfolding. And if you have the courage to do the inner work, to take responsibility, to do shadow work, and acknowledge that everything happens for you, for your own good, even if something might not feel like it, you'll probably discover that you end up living an incredible life on the other side. I don't regret my divorce at all. It has been my ticket to freedom. I was such a different person even 4 years ago. Even if you look at my previous videos on YouTube and feel into my energy, it's so different. I have changed so much just in 4 years, or 4.5 years. And I am so aligned to my truth of who I am, who I'm here to be. I pinch myself sometimes. I'm just like, holy shit, this is how life should be. I was just so asleep to myself, asleep to my truth in my relationship. And the breakup helped shake me up, helped me start to look into myself. It was a great opportunity, and I, without even knowing it, I took it as an opportunity to, well, I did know it. I decided to better myself, but I didn't realize that bettering myself, I would be so committed to my inner freedom, to myself, that I would have a spiritual awakening and just be where I am now within myself. It's so beautiful. It's fucking amazing. So yeah, if you're going through a divorce, just feel it initially. Feel all the emotions that need to come up. All of your emotions are valid. Feel it. Don't project it onto others though. Feel them. All the emotions have messages for you. Feel your emotions. Feel what's coming up for you. Tune into yourself. Tune into the type of self-care that you need to have for yourself. Listen to, amongst the emotional turmoil, what is your next best step for yourself to live a life that is true to you and along your truth, along your soul journey. Yeah. So important to just be able to tune into ourselves, especially when things get mucky and yucky. And I think that's all that I want to say about divorce. It was honestly the best thing that ever happened to me. It was the start of me. It was the start of a new chapter, but also the start of me really living my life and taking responsibility for my life and being true to myself and what felt good for me. And through all of that, I accessed my inner wisdom. I stayed committed to discovering who I am, which I think is the greatest adventure that you can ever go on. And I've had incredible lovers that I still talk to along the path of life, and they've taught me a lot as well. Relationships, just I see them very differently to how I used to see them. I'm not coming from an energy of neediness anymore because I healed traumas. I've healed a lot of my trauma. I've healed a lot of beliefs that no longer served me, and I just see relationships as very different, that they're two people on their own separate journeys, and they're their own people. And if they choose each other to go on a part of the journey together, that's beautiful, and they can create a life together. If not, then no. But I still, particularly the 3 lovers that I've had that really touched my heart in the past 3 years, I have so much love for them, but I don't think I could be in a relationship with any of them because I know that we wouldn't be compatible along our life journey. And we want different things, we desire different things, we need different things. I'm in tune with what I desire, what I need now, and I stay true to that. And I'm also really comfortable with being by myself. I went through the loneliness and healing my loneliness, and I just really love my company. Would I want to have a partner? Yeah, I would. It would be lovely, but I'm not willing to settle for just anyone. It's just, if something doesn't feel right, where it wouldn't benefit both of us, where one of us is pleasing the other more, or, it just wouldn't feel right for me. I want someone who is strong within their being just as much as I am strong within mine. And I've thought about the fact that maybe I will just be single for the rest of my life and maybe just have lovers along the way. And that, you know, there are no guarantees in life. There are no guarantees in life. And I have to be okay with whatever my life path ends up being. And that is unconditional love for life. I can whinge and complain, but at the end of the day, I need to accept what life throws at me and make the most of it. So that's my perspective on that. And whatever the future holds, I know that from experience, anytime I listen to my intuition and follow my truth, my life turns out better than I ever could have imagined, that I ever expected. And I just need to continue along that path. And life will unfold for me according to what serves me best, what I'm here to learn, and who I'm here to become. And it will be better than I could have ever imagined. And I just trust the process. Because it's never proven me wrong so far. I always land on my feet. Everything always turns out for the best, better than I could have imagined. So I just trust that if the right partner or partners are meant to come into my life, they will come. I have processed the loneliness that resided in me. I spent time with myself. I've learned how to love myself unconditionally. I'm living my truth. I know what my needs and my desires are now. And now I feel whole within myself. I know myself. Yeah, I'm just not gonna settle. Not gonna settle. So yeah, hopefully this helps you, you beautiful human, if you're going through something right now, a big breakup or a divorce. I think also, if you can, practice conscious communication with your ex, if it's possible at all. That makes things much easier, communicating how you're feeling and what you're going through, and when you need time to yourself, and what's feeling alive for you in your body, and just being there for each other, I guess, in a way where, you know, understanding that each of you might need time apart and giving that to each other to heal and to learn and extract the wisdom that you need to extract. Also being understanding of the emotion that arises during this time as well is important. And just understanding that they're just another human on their own path as well. We have no control over another person. We don't. We just don't. We can't control what they think of us. We can't control how they love us, how they choose to express their love for us. We just don't have control over anyone. So this path, this divorce, is an opportunity for anyone that's going through it, an opportunity to really tune into yourself and what your truth is, and focus on living your truth and where you're going to end up, how you're going to end up. And yeah. Did I make mistakes in my divorce? Fuck yeah, I was so emotional. I did some stupid stuff. I tried to manipulate and wanted his attention and all sorts of stuff. But then I realized that's not actually helping me. And so I just started to focus on myself more, because I couldn't control him. I couldn't make him love me and want to stay with me. At the time, I really wanted that. I wanted that. I wanted him to pick up the phone and go, hey, I made a mistake for years. I now know, years down the track, that everything worked out for the better for me. And I'm grateful, so grateful, that he had the courage to say, Steph, I don't think we can be together. I don't want to be married. I don't want to be with you. I'm so grateful for that because of who I've become and where I am now. And I know that if you choose to focus on yourself, you will end up in the same spot too. But I have a lot of compassion for you and what you're going through right now. It's not easy going through a breakup. It really isn't. And I'm sending you so much love and a big virtual hug and a kiss. No, just kidding. But yeah, sending you lots of love and good luck along your journey. Also, if you need someone to help, if you would like me to coach you through the process, I'm a coach. I can help you. Just message me on Instagram and we can sort out some coaching. I can coach you through the process that you're going through, or anything really. So yeah, if that calls to you, send me a message. All right, I'm going now. Bye.